Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of ElTeacher podcast. The world of education is vast, and so is the vocabulary we need to navigate it. Today, we're going to continue exploring some essential educational terms, as well as key processes that we all experience throughout life. By the end of this episode, I hope you'll have practiced your listening skills and become more familiar with these important words. First, let's listen to this interview so you can hear the correct pronunciation of these new words. Remember, this is part of our English A1 series. So, let's get started.
Life is a journey, one that begins the moment we are born. From that first breath, we enter a world full of possibilities, challenges, and milestones that define who we become. Our childhood is where it all starts, a time of innocence, discovery, and learning. We explore the world with curiosity, building the foundation for the person we will grow into. But childhood doesn't last forever. Soon we step into teenage years, a phase full of change, self-discovery, and sometimes confusion. It's a time when we dream big, question everything, and slowly start shaping our identity. Then, almost suddenly, we transition into adulthood. Responsibilities increase, decisions become more significant, and we begin working toward our goals. Some chase careers, others build families, and many work tirelessly to achieve something meaningful. But no matter what path we take, every experience along the way adds to the story of our lives. And before we know it, we reach old age, a stage where we reflect on the past, the lessons we've learned, the people we've met, and the moments that made us who we are. At this point, we realize that life isn't just about achievements. It's about the memorable experiences that shaped us. For me, one of the most powerful ways to capture those experiences has been through journalism. The ability to document, to tell stories, and to share knowledge is something that has always fascinated me. That's why I dedicated my career to creating a program that teaches young people the power of storytelling. Because in the end, our lives are made up of stories, and it is through them that we truly leave a mark on the world.
So, the first term is to be born. The phrase to be born refers to the moment a person or animal enters the world. It describes the beginning of life, marking the point when someone starts their journey. This phrase is always used in the passive voice because birth is not something we do. It happens to us. That's why we say, I was born, instead of I born. It's also commonly used when talking about birthplaces, nationalities, and historical figures. For example, she was born in Brazil but moved to Canada as a child.
Leonardo da Vinci was born in 1452 and became one of the greatest artists of all time.
Birth is where every story begins. Whether we're talking about people, ideas, or even businesses, everything has a starting point. In English, using to be born correctly helps you share personal history, biographies, and even cultural identities. So, when were you born? Try saying it out loud in English. Next, we have the word childhood. Childhood refers to the period of life from birth to adolescence. It is the stage where we grow, learn, and experience the world with curiosity and innocence. During childhood, people develop important skills, form early memories, and build the foundation for their future.
My childhood was filled with adventures, playing outside with my friends until sunset.
During childhood, we learn fundamental skills like reading, writing, and socializing.
Childhood is often remembered as a joyful and carefree time, though it also plays a crucial role in shaping personality and behavior. It's a stage that reminds us of the importance of learning, exploring, and having fun. Let's continue with the word teenage. The word teenage refers to the years between 13 and 19, a phase of transition between childhood and adulthood. It is a time of rapid physical, emotional, and social changes, often marked by self-discovery, independence, and personal challenges. For example, his teenage years were full of sports, music, and late-night study sessions.
Many teenagers struggle with self-confidence as they try to find their place in the world. Is teenage spelled correctly? I thought it was teenager with an R at the end.
Great question. Yes, teenage is spelled correctly when used as an adjective, meaning it describes something related to teenagers. However, the noun form of the word is teenager. For example, adjective, she has 2 teenage children, describes the children. Noun, he is a teenager, refers to a person in the teenage years. So, teenage is used to describe something, while teenager refers to a person. Now let's move on to adulthood. Adulthood is the stage of life that follows teenage years, where people take on responsibilities such as work, relationships, and personal development. It is a time for independence, decision-making, and working toward life goals. For example,
Adulthood comes with many challenges, such as managing finances and balancing work and family.
in adulthood, people often reflect on their teenage years and realize how much they have grown. Adulthood is about growth and responsibility, but it's also a time for continuous learning and pursuing one's dreams. It reminds us that every stage of life has its lessons and rewards. Next, we have the expression old age. Old age refers to the later years of life, usually after retirement. It is a stage where people reflect on their experiences, enjoy family time, and often share their wisdom with younger generations. While physical aging is a natural part of life, many elderly people remain active, engaged, and full of life. In old age, many people enjoy traveling and spending time with their grandchildren.
Staying physically and mentally active can improve the quality of life in old age.
Old age is a noun phrase, meaning it is a combination of words that function as a noun. Old age is a reminder that life is a journey filled with valuable experiences. It teaches us to cherish every moment and appreciate the wisdom gained along the way. Now let's move on to the word journalism. Journalism is the profession of gathering, writing, and reporting news. Journalists work to inform the public about current events, politics, culture, and more. Good journalism is based on facts, research, and ethical reporting to provide accurate and reliable information. She studied journalism in college and now works as a news reporter.
Good journalism should always be based on facts, not personal opinions.
Journalism plays a crucial role in society by keeping people informed and holding those in power accountable. In the digital age, it is more important than ever to distinguish between credible journalism and misinformation. Now let's talk about the word program. A program, British English, or program, American English, is a planned series of events, lessons, or broadcasts. It can refer to a television show, a university curriculum, or an organized schedule of activities. For example,
I signed up for an intensive English program to improve my fluency.
The new documentary program on wildlife conservation was fascinating.
programs are essential for structured learning and entertainment. Whether in education, work, or media, they help organize information and provide a clear path to follow. As you can see, program has different meanings depending on the context. In an educational environment, it refers to a structured set of courses or a planned curriculum designed to achieve a specific academic goal. A program is broader than a single course and often leads to a certification, diploma, or degree. For example, a master's program in computer science may include courses on AI, data structures, and cybersecurity. Let's continue with the verb to achieve. The verb to achieve means to succeed in reaching a goal, often through effort, determination, or skill. It is commonly used in academic, professional, and personal contexts to describe accomplishments that require hard work.
She worked hard to achieve her dream of becoming a doctor.
To achieve fluency in English, you need to practice consistently and stay motivated. Success doesn't come overnight. It takes persistence and dedication. Every small step brings us closer to what we want to achieve, and the journey itself is just as valuable as the goal. Finally, we have the word memorable. The word memorable describes something that is unforgettable or leaves a strong impression. It can refer to events, experiences, or even people that make a lasting impact on our lives. For example,
Our trip to Rome was the most memorable vacation I've ever had.
Her speech at the graduation ceremony was truly memorable and inspiring.
memorable is a great adjective to describe moments that have shaped who we are and become stories we share with others. These moments remind us of the beauty of experiences and the power of emotions in our lives. Finally, let's listen to the audio one more time to recognize the vocabulary we've just covered.
Life is a journey, one that begins the moment we are born. From that first breath, we enter a world full of possibilities, challenges, and milestones that define who we become. Our childhood is where it all starts. a time of innocence, discovery, and learning. We explore the world with curiosity, building the foundation for the person we will grow into. But childhood doesn't last forever. Soon we step into teenage years, a phase full of change, self-discovery, and sometimes confusion. It's a time when we dream big, question everything, and slowly start shaping our identity. Then, almost suddenly, we transition into adulthood. Responsibilities increase, decisions become more significant, and we begin working toward our goals. Some chase careers, others build families, and many work tirelessly to achieve something meaningful. But no matter what path we take, every experience along the way adds to the story of our lives. And before we know it, we reach old age, a stage where we reflect on the past, the lessons we've learned, the people we've met, and the moments that made us who we are. At this point, we realize that life isn't just about achievements. It's about the memorable experiences that shaped us. For me, one of the most powerful ways to capture those experiences has been through journalism. The ability to document, to tell stories, and to share knowledge is something that has always fascinated me. That's why I dedicated my career to creating a program that teaches young people the power of storytelling. Because in the end, our lives are made up of stories, and it is through them that we truly leave a mark on the world.
Well, that's all for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it and take the time to practice the new words we learned today. Remember, learning vocabulary is essential for improving fluency, and even small efforts each day can make a big difference. If you found this episode helpful, share it with someone else who's also working on their English skills. Don't forget to visit our website for more learning resources, and you can also listen to us on Spotify or check out our YouTube channel for more practice. Keep learning, keep improving, and I'll see you in the next episode.